Once you see how fake people really are, you can't unsee it. And internally, you will have an emotional battle going on between the truth and the bullshit you tell yourself. And if you're sick and tired of bullshit, you need to join my free community, the No Bullshit Society. The link's in the description down below. It's free to join and level up and be held accountable. But that's the thing. You can't unsee it. You can be raised in a household and then suddenly you look at your parents, your siblings, extended family, around the dinner table, and it hits you like a bolt of lightning. Holy shit. My family are fake. They're fake. You could be out with friends or sat opposite a friend over a coffee or dinner, and as they harp on about themselves and more superficial, shallow nonsense, it again hits you like a bolt of lightning. Holy shit. My friends are fake. My social life is bullshit. And one of the worst of them all is your romantic relationship. That spouse, that partner, that individual you chose to be with, raise a family with, sits opposite you, blabbering nonsense and keeping up appearances, and is putting on a show, even for you. They have no depth, they don't listen, they have no desire to improve themselves. And this one is like multiple bolts of lightning. Holy shit. I married a fake person. I live a fake life. Who am I? And that is the best question you can ask yourself under these circumstances. Who are you? Well, if you watch my videos and this resonates with you in any shape or form, you are fortunately a very self-aware individual. Whereas the fake person is not. The fake person is skin deep. The fake person is a breed of narcissist who keeps up appearances and is always putting on a show. These people lack emotion and are so robotic, so narrow-minded, so stuck in their ways that there's just no way at all to reason and connect with them. Now, we shoot ourselves in the foot and think that we connect with them because, we are deep people. But it was shallow choices and superficial reasons that we did what we did. We dated them because on the surface we found them attractive. We're family because we want to not be alone on Christmas Day. We're friends because we don't want to be alone anymore and feel like the loser or the outcast, the weirdo who's got no friends. But then the last couple of years and the growth that I've seen in myself and many others, we don't give a shit about that stuff anymore. We don't hold on to this superficial tripe and nonsense because where has that gotten us? Well, it's got us with shallow relationships. It's got us feeling very, very low. It's got us feeling emotionally rejected. It's got us feeling soulless. It's got us feeling depleted. But we're around people, right? No. I'll never forget when I had a toxic relationship, and right the last evening we were together, I looked opposite the table at this individual talking bullshit and nonsense, and it was all fake. And the worst thing you can have is a stupid and toxic person put together, by the way. It's the worst combo. And they were just blabbering on about themselves. And I said to myself there and then, I said, I can't relate to this individual. I can't do this anymore. It's all fake. Add on top of that a life through social media, which they lived and encouraged me to live. Fake smiles, fake emotions, fake all round. It destroyed me. Because we put on a performance and we're not good actors, man. The self-aware, the people who resonate with this, the no bullshit people, we don't know how to fake it till you make it. We'd rather just make it. And then we'd rather just say it as it is. We'd rather just deal with it head on. But when those around you are fake, that's when the world doesn't make sense to you. That's when you don't get any clarity at all. That's when you feel more confused and you doubt yourself. That's emotional manipulation at its core. That's gaslighting 101. You want to get ahead in life. You want to make sense of it. But a very manipulative, very emotionally perverse individual will twist the narrative and the story to suit them. For example, that fake person and most fake people are liars. They are almost professional liars because they bullshit so much, they lie to themselves and those around them, that they start believing the lie. Yeah. Well, I've lost a lot of weight because I'm very healthy at the moment. When they're severely unhealthy and overweight. Well, everything's going well for me at the moment. When deep down in the pit of their soul and stomach, they're screaming for help. Well, it'll all work out. That's one of their famous sayings. It's all going to be fine. It'll all work out. How? Give me an action plan. Give me an example. Tell me something more than what's skin deep. And these fake individuals on social media share motivational quotes, mantras and sayings like be kind, love conquers all, etc. because it gets clicks and likes and validation. Those likes, those validations, offline and online, is like fuel to the fire. They revel in it. They love it. And it's all masked in attention. These individuals will sell their souls to be fake, to be something and somebody they're not, for that validation and attention. To be told that they're great when they don't really do anything. To get others to do things for them without asking. To get favors, to get money lended, to get attention. Whereas we see that. We sit at the dinner tables. We sat opposite friends. We share beds with these so-called partners. And we can't unsee it. Inside of us, a piece of our naivety dies. A piece of our childhood. A piece of our faith in humanity dies because we thought everybody was like us. We thought everybody else was genuine. We assumed everybody was on the same wavelength. But that was silly. That was foolish. That was naive. Instead, the harsh, brutal reality is these people, these individuals, are fake. And rather than gaslighting and bullshitting ourselves, we need to face the uncomfortable truth. Swallow the pill of reality all the way down to the pit of our stomachs. Naturally, we want to encourage them to see the truth. We want to encourage them to have depth. We want to trigger an emotional response because that's what a normal, healthy human being would do. Instead, you're met with a very argumentative, very difficult egomaniac. How dare you question my reality? Because these fake people create this fake world persona mentality and they believe it to be true. That's how deluded they are. You're trying to point it out. Hey, listen, this is not true. Yes, it is. Who are you? You've always been jealous of me. You've always been this. Or how dare you say this? Oh, you're the problem, not me. It's fire with fire. You can't win. And why do you want to win? Because you want to save them with truth. But instead, The reality that's going to happen is this. Let's say you're in a toxic relationship and this person is fake. When you finally get the balls to walk away and save your life, what's going to happen to this individual? Forget the initial response and reaction. The narrative will be this. They'll blame you. You're the enemy. You're the problem. You're what's held them back. They're perfect. They're wonderful. They're amazing. And through that ego boost, they carry on as if you never existed. They may move on to another partner or stay single or go for a slew of relationships and just find someone as fake as them. And through their delusion and narcissism, you've saved your soul and your life for not being down that rabbit hole, whereas they carry on as normal. The harshest and scariest realization here is sometimes, very rarely, these fake people have moments of human reaction. So they'll reach out to you because you were always the one to say it how it is. You were always the one to call them out. You were always the one to see through the bullshit. And they'll say, I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. Please show me how to make this better. Please tell me where I'm going wrong. Please help me. But once the vulnerability's gone and they've got the attention and validation, they return back to their old ways. Back to the bullshit. Back to the posting on social media. Back to the gaslighting. Back to living a fake toxic life. These people live on cloud cuckoo land. You live in the real world. And your gift for seeing it and seeing them is to remain in the real world and be no bullshit. And if you want to level up your skills to creating boundaries and unapologetically being yourself, because these people will never do that, join my free community, the No Bullshit Society. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment down below. That's a really interesting point that I just said there. Being unapologetically yourself. It's a form of vulnerability that's very, very underrated. If you stand in front of someone and say, this is me. Yeah, I've got flaws. Yeah, I make mistakes. Yeah, I'm human. But this is me. And let's assume you're reasonably groomed, you've showered and everything like that. I'm not saying be disgusting, but be yourself. Would you believe it, as a bloke, a woman will find you 100 times more attractive because you own who you are if you're single. But the complexities there is family will never accept you for who you are. Family who are fake will only see you for how they see the world and how they see themselves. So they'll never get to know you. Your parents can live with you for your entire life. God forbid when they pass. They would never have known who you really are because they didn't listen. Friendships, the same. And relationships especially. But they don't listen to what you say and truly take it on board and emphasize and take their guards down. Then you're wasting air, energy and life. Your best bet is to find like-minded people, relegate these people to fake, and never rely on them to understand you, to emphasize, offer support or more. These people are wrong, and it's a shame. And through their own trauma, suffering, whatever, they've never taken one moment to work on themselves. And if they're wrong, you especially will never be good enough for a fake wrong person. You can have these people in your life if you wish, and have the same superficial relationships they have with you. But don't you dare make the mistake to rely on them emotionally, to emphasize or get you, no matter what you go through in life. Honestly, because it's never going to happen.